Hey, Happy New Year! It's 2025 and I'm back with another video. First video of the year. I haven't seen you in forever. I haven't seen you since last year. What's going on? Today I just wanted to make a quick New Year's video because my goodness, it's somehow already 2025, which is just insane to be thinking about. It's also crazy to think about that I haven't actually uploaded a video in like a month, which is the longest I believe on this channel I've gone without uploading a video, just because a lot's been changing in my life. And with that, then it's going into this new year, and I have new things that I want to do, and I'm gonna be changing the direction of this channel probably a bit. This whole channel is just, it's about me, okay? It's just different things that I am enjoying, that I want to create and share and all that stuff, but I've really only focused on like playing games and just like talking, hanging out type of thing, and that type of content, you know, just like playing Call of Duty and just talking to you about whatever the day's topic might be. And how crazy is it? It's 2025, and in the past month I've just kind of had like a big change in like where I want to be taking things. Starting off, the channel. What's my plans for this channel here? My goal for this channel is really to make it so regardless of what content I create and upload, having that community, that fan base that will just watch whatever I put out because it's me. That's really like the ultimate goal. Because you see all the big YouTubers, you know, it's like they release, you know, they have the regular type of content and they release something completely different, and then maybe they start switching it up or just doing different things, and then people still watch it because they're not there specifically just for the content, they're there for the person. You know, I think that's really the main goal to really strive for when it comes to YouTube. It's about you, you know, and not in like a narcissistic way where it's like, oh, everything's about me, I'm just so great. No, of course not. But in the way of like showing off my journey, showing off the creations and the passions and everything. That's what YouTube's all about, you know. And I feel like lately, I mean, within the past few years, it's just becoming so commercialized in a way where it's taking away from the individual person and just pushing it into like corporations. And channels are like super like overly edited and crazy, and oh, look at this, ooh, look at this, every 2 seconds, like changing things and flashing stuff up on the screen and cuts every 2 seconds and all this stuff. And it's just like it's all becoming more revolved around like retention, which I feel like everybody's noticed, like the Mr. Beastification of things, you know. The main thing really is the lack of YouTube being about the individual. And, you know, don't get me wrong, there's still plenty of people that do that. But it's just, there's a creeping in of a lot of channels who are just here to get as much attention as they can and use that to turn it into money, which, fair enough, you know, it's a business, you know. It's like, I'm not saying I'm better than that or something, but I just think there's better ways of going about it outside of like just overly edited, overly retention focused videos where every video is like broken down to a science, and it's like that's just that ain't it. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that at all. And I just want to show off myself with the content I make, not okay, I gotta do an edit every 6 to 8 seconds so that the person doesn't lose attention and then click off. And so if I do an edit right here, and then I add this little flashing thing up on the screen, and then make another cut here, and then here's a little transition, and then fun sound effect, fart noise, ha ha ha, like like it's crazy with some content. That's just not the type of thing that I enjoy. And you know, if you enjoy it, fair enough, you know. But you know, I feel like YouTube, I really like that just centered around the person, the individual. So with that whole little like tangent out of the way here, what I'm trying to say is like I'm changing up my content a little bit. You know, sure, I like showing off and I'm passionate about like playing games and like Call of Duty, especially recently. But I'm gonna try out different things. So as of recently, for Christmas actually, leading up to it, the month, like it took about a month. From the day that I started to the day I ended was exactly 1 month, which is pretty funny. And what it was is, for my girlfriend, for Christmas, I decided to make her a fun little Christmas game. Nothing too crazy, it's very simple. I didn't get time to really polish it off that much, but I just wanted to do something extra special for her and create something that I thought she would enjoy. And lo and behold, she loved it, and it was awesome, and it was so cool seeing her play it. And it was great, and from that experience of actually trying to like create a game from like start to finish, adding in all the different steps the best I could with the limited time I had and that I actually spent on it, I was like, okay, I want to just try to complete like a full like mini type of game here, and that's what I did. And then I was like, wait, I actually completed something because I had so much more motive than I have had before with game development. Or before with game development, I just have like a fun idea. And I'm like, okay, I want to do that, but then I don't actually have an end in mind. Compared to this game, where it's like, okay, this is how this is where I'm starting at. This is where I need to end up at. Just put in all the all the things that I need to do in between to reach that part, reach the ending, to complete it, and then I did it. I mean, it's really simple when you put it like that, but like when it comes like to creating things, it oftentimes is so easy to just start working on something because you have a cool idea without really planning it through, and then you're like, oh wait, like scope creep and stuff, like, oh, this is a cool idea, let's throw this into the game, and oh wow, look at that idea, that sounds really fun, let's put that into it. And you're just like working on stuff, and you're like, yeah, it's coming together, and you kind of have like an end in mind, just like in your mind you're like, yeah, I see how I can like do this, but then you like keep working on it and you're like, wait, I don't actually have a clear defined end in mind here. That's kind of an issue, and then you kind of just like give up on it. That's my experience, at least. I'm not really good at finishing games that I start working on because I feel like there's just a skill gap. For one, like, I feel like I've just not had the skill to complete it. Like, I could get the skill, I just haven't gotten it because like after working on it for a little bit and I get stuck on something, I kind of would just like give up on it because it's not something that it's like, oh well, I worked on this a little bit, I'll try a different game, I'll come up with a different game, and then I just fall into the same cycle of it's like, I want to make this year, 2025, the year of actually completing games and sharing that journey, perhaps. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to go, but that's kind of like the big change that I want to do with this channel and really revolve it more about game development. I'm not really 100% sure how I'm going to go about this. I don't know at all, but I'm currently working on another game that I don't know, spent just not too much time on, like just a few hours on so far over the past few days. And I think this game could be a fun little like first-person shooter type of thing. It's first person and you can shoot things. That's all I'm going to say for this video, because if it ends up not panning out, that'd be awkward. I don't know, I think this year I want to really document more and like show off what I'm creating, what I'm working towards, what my plans are, and also just have it as a way to look back on. Because I think that's another big thing. It's like, I want to be able to look back like on myself making these videos like down the line and see, oh yeah, that's where I was at that time. That's what I was creating. That's the passion that I had. Because I just love to create things and be more involved in like story and universes and stuff that I think are really cool. Like, for example, like Star Wars, Lego, and like I just like building stuff and like creating something, and I really like the art behind things and like that type of thing. Like, I'm a very creative person when it comes to that, but at the same time a very logical person as well. Like, I'm very much like, I'm able to sit down and like do the programming and like at least somewhat understand it, because I've been doing that for a while as well. I would say I'm fairly decent like with math, and I actually enjoy it, and it's like, it's very interesting to be able to be the jack of trades here, jack of all trades. I love the creative side of things, and I feel like I'm getting better with that. And I feel like I'm pretty decent with like the logical, like mathematics, programming, that type of thing, and I really enjoy that too. And it's really cool with game development because you can just smash that together. You got the creative art side of things while also the logical programming, math, all that stuff. Like I was saying, it just mashes together. So it's like, say my brain is like not wanting to work, well, I'll just do some art stuff, or I'll work on something less intensive, or music or sound effects or whatever it could be. And it's just so fascinating. It's like, it's a lot of jobs in one, but I feel like this could really be the year to build up something like genuinely cool, genuinely meaningful, something that I've never truly tried to do before in the way that I have planned out in my mind and kind of written down a little bit, but I'm going to write out more. And it really just comes down to, I think moving forward, like for my life, I want to do game development. The dream, quite frankly, would be to work for myself, to start up my own studio, and then be able to live off of that, not working the regular job that I have, or not working at for a different company for game development. Although that would probably be like the more realistic thing. I wouldn't complain about that, don't get me wrong, but like my dream here, I would say, is like to be able to work from home for myself on the things that I truly care about, and really just I'm very entrepreneurial, I would say. I like to make money. Who doesn't like to make money? But you gotta be careful with that, because then that can lead you down a way bad, horrible rabbit hole of just you're chasing money your whole life, and you don't want to do that. It really just comes down to like my plan that I've been thinking about slightly is like working on games, creating videos, documenting like the different things to do with like game development and just different things that I've been passionate about, creating that type of thing. Switching it up more outside of just gaming itself, and making videos on that, building up the audience, and over the next few months, releasing my first commercial video game, which would be insane. That'd be amazing. Like, imagine I release my first game like on Steam. That would be incredible. But the issue is like, how do you get people to actually be invested in that? How would you get people to actually buy it? Well, YouTube, marketing. You gotta show it to people so that they might buy it. And like I'm saying, like I don't want it to be all about money. Having the money as the main focus is a horrible idea. It's like it could ruin everything if you just think about money. But at the same time, you need to make money in order to support yourself, in order to live, and that type of thing. The way that I want to do it is, I don't need to make a whole bunch of money right now. If I release the game and I lose money on it, honestly, I wouldn't really care, because it's all, like, right now, like, this year is really just about, let's say, at least the first half of the year, learning, putting myself out there more, showing off what I'm creating, really just diving in with it more, and seeing what I'm capable of, because I feel like there's so much potential that I have, and I'd hate to just be a guy with potential, because you don't want to be the guy with potential, because what else do you got? That's kind of my little rant here. But yeah, if you want to join me for this journey of creating and game development and seeing where I go and what I create, then be sure to subscribe, leave a like, all that YouTube stuff. With that being said, see you in the next one.